What is happening, YouTube? So, in a long, long time, we finally got a back-to-back win. And we definitely need to keep the win streak going because we've been on a very, very bad losing streak. Um, Pretty much the first quarter wasn't looking so good for the Clippers. Then ever since from the second quarter to the fourth quarter, everything was mostly pretty much going good. Of course, we still made some mistakes and all that, but overall, we actually look like the Clippers we would like to see. Um, unlike all the, unlike entirely last week. Last week we played horrible basketball. We just shot bricks and everything, and of course our defense was just pretty much getting cooked. This game, our defense looked pretty bad briefly, but then finally in the second half, our defense was actually pretty solid. We held a team, I believe, under like I want to say 110. So that's pretty good to see. Like usually the Clippers tend to like freaking let them score like over 110 or even like over 120. Like easily we would get fried on defense. And Tyronn Lue, I mean, look, I don't know what Ty Lue was doing with Robert Covington. I don't know what Covington did to Ty Lue, but he still ain't playing minutes, which is still pretty disappointing to see. But at least he closed with Terrence Mann. And if I gotta be brutally honest with you, um, are the Clippers gonna win the championship? That depends how Ty Lue is thinking. If Ty Lue actually want to mix things up, play Terrence Mann more, play Covington more, play more of a defensive player around, we're pretty much good. I believe we definitely gonna win it all. But if Ty Lue is gonna continue to play Morris a huge chunk of minutes, like 35 minutes, oh heck no. I don't know to be honest with you, because Morris, you're gonna have to rely on his shot, and his shot is not there lately, and he would get barbecue chicken on defense. Like for the past like the whole entire month, really, Morris has not had a good game for at least 2 3 weeks, and and apparently he's still starting. In my personal opinion, Morris should be playing the same amount of minutes how Nick Batum is playing, 15 minutes. And if I'm and also all all jokes aside, I say about Marcus Morris, I don't think Morris is directly a bad player. I mean, for the Clippers, he is because um, he we already have plenty of scorers. We got Paul George, Kawhi who can score. So Marcus Morris is just another score first type power forward and not a defensive first type power forward. So that's probably why. I mean, that's definitely why he's not a good fit for the Los Angeles Clippers, in my opinion, on a team like the Milwaukee Bucks or the Miami Heat or any team that needs an extra scorer. Morris could definitely be a solid fit over there. But or maybe the Charlotte Hornets because LaMelo could give him some good reads. But for the Clippers, in my opinion, I don't think he's the best fit for the Clippers. And I don't know how Ty Lue is still playing him over Rocco or Diabate. And but at least he closed with Terrence Mann. So please keep doing that at least, Ty Lue. I mean, I definitely cannot trust Ty Lue going into the playoffs just because the most utterly ridiculous rotations that he is doing. But and it's not even because he's experimenting. I like coaches who try to mix things up, but he's doing it in the wrong way. How Ty Lue should actually experiment is get some youth some runs, man. Get Boston Jr. some runs. Get Diabate some runs. You know what I mean? Get their feet wet. But he experiments with doing a 4 guard lineup, so that's how the Clippers are in this big deep hole. But anyways, let's go player by player. Paul George. Paul George is, starting to look like himself. 8 for 19, 23 points, 4 assists, 1 steal. He only got 1 rebound, which is pretty low rebounding night for Paul George. And of course, his critical weakness is turnovers. But Kawhi Leonard also wasn't too much better with the turnovers as well too. But Kawhi was pretty dominant. He went to the basket pretty hard. Friggin' threw down that crazy dunk, just boom. Man, glad to have Kawhi Leonard in the Clipper uniform. 24 points, 4 assists, 12 rebounds. So it was an incredibly good rebounding night for Kawhi Leonard. This is what I love about Kawhi Leonard, because he's not just a scorer, he's an elite defender and an elite rebounder. Now, Morris Senior, like I said, this guy should not be starting. That man was getting fried on defense. And of course, for a power forward, that man's a horrendous rebounder. And like I said just a minute ago, um, this is not a good fit for Marcus Morris. Like the Clippers, we need more of a defensive type player. We already have a lot of scorers. We got Kawhi who can score. Kawhi can score. Even Westbrook who can score when he needs to. And Zubac just needs to get fit the ball. And we got Gordon, man, all the guys. So like maybe a team, like a team with all defense but no offense. That's where Marcus Morris can go to. Miami would be a nice place for Morris Senior. But in the Clippers, he should only be playing like Nick Batum's minute. Big Zoo. What did I tell y'all about Ivica Zubac? Ivica Zubac is not a bad player. Some people are still trying to say Zubac is soft and he's not been good. Like, no, he's just not been fed the ball. And when you feed Zubac the ball, 7 for 8, damn near 20 point. Now try to imagine if he gets a Miles Turner touch. Imagine he gets 12 field goals attempts in an NBA game. That's an easy 20 points per game, my guy. Like, you gotta feed him the ball a lot more, and that's one of the pros of the acquisitions of Russell Westbrook. He does give Zubac some good reads, and also not just Westbrook, Paul George did that too, and Gordon as well too. But Westbrook, that's one big pro of bringing Russell Westbrook in, and Russell Westbrook, he played a lot less minutes, which I am very neutral about it. Like, um, if you decide to play Russell Westbrook big minutes, I'm not mad at that. But the problem is, you need to have Terrence Mann with him, or Robert Covington with him, not Marcus Morris, because that's like suicide on defense. And the lineup should be either A, Westbrook, Terrence Mann, um, Kawhi Paul George, Kawhi Paul George, yep, and then Zubac, or lineup number 2, Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Kawhi, Rocco, or Zubac. Like, these two lineups should be like the starting lineups in my opinion, because you have good defense around, and pretty much Russell Westbrook could do his thing, and then like defense would just be better, and we would get a lot more rebounds. But at least we went with that in the closing lineup. Except we went with Gordon, which I guess I'm fine with. Nick Batum, he didn't shoot too much shots, but he was a solid role player with a lot of rebounds and 1 assist. He did his job. Mason Plumlee, he got a decent 2 for 3. He shot pretty good free throws and 5 rebounds. He got a +8 and a plus minus. Solid for him. Still flabbergasted how Diabate didn't get 16 minutes when Zubac was the only center. Only Ty Lue knows. Mary Gordon, 27 minutes. He got almost double digits points. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steals, 1 block. Not gonna lie, this game he was respectable on defense. He even held his own against Scotty Barnes, who is like 6'8". So I have to give him props for that. I know Mr. Bucket and Board's gonna be in the comment section talking about Eric Gordon and all that. Shout out to you, my guy. Terrence Mann. This guy should definitely be closing. Simple as that. 6 for 7, four rebounds, 4 assists. This guy is a more qualified power forward than Marcus Morris, and Terrence Mann is definitely not a power forward, but that man gets double the amount of rebounds compared to Marcus Morris, and he brings his defense and everything. Definitely always should be getting minutes. Um, I don't know what else to tell you. Robert Covington got DNP'd, which is a bummer. Amir Coffey got DNP'd, which, I mean, I couldn't care less because, Coffey, he's decent. Bones Highland, yeah, definitely should be getting, she should be the main six man in my personal opinion. Um, I'll just say that. And then, now let's go to the Raptors. Pascal Siakam, he got a solid 9 for 1, 20 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. So, like, he had more of a quieter night. Clippers actually played solid defense. It definitely helped by not playing Morris too much minutes, especially in the fourth quarter. That's what I like. Do not play Morris in the fourth quarter. OG Anunoby, that man was hitting 4 for 7, 3 rebounds, 3 steals. Man, the Toronto Raptors are in an interesting situation. So, like, I know the Raptors are a disappointment, but that's a blessing in disguise for them to be a disappointment because this draft class is perfect to be a disappointment if you have your picks. And then the Raptors, I think they're definitely in a lottery, so there's definitely a lot of good talents that the Raptors could definitely take. So many guys with high upside. Imagine a guy like a Brandon Miller in the Raptors uniform. That would be scary. Or or maybe a Jarris Walker out of Houston. I don't know. Simple as that. It's definitely good to especially since you have star talents too. You have Siakam and Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Ben Fleet. So if you get or if they somehow get lucky and get Wembanyama, sheesh. I doubt that's gonna happen though, but it's definitely gonna be interesting. How high will the Raptors pick be this year? And also, if the Raptors don't like prospects, they could easily use that to get another star, and you know that definitely could work as well. But anyways, Jakob Poeltl, 4 for 8, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 8 points, 2 blocks. In my opinion, I'm still wondering what the heck did the Spurs want 2 first-round picks for friggin' Jakob Poeltl, and also I think Ujiri just traded 1 first-round pick for Jakob Poeltl, but I don't know how's this guy worth a first rounder in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you could try to prove me wrong. I'm aware he drops 30, but I don't know. His play style is not my flavor. So no way in heck I'm giving up first round pick for this dude. I mean, if I guess using the Spurs logic, if each of Zubac is worth 3 first rounders, because damn right, Zubac is more dominant than Jakob Poeltl, and Zubac is a lot bigger. And Poeltl, he's decent. Don't get it twisted, but I guess shout out to the Spurs for getting a first rounder, and I guess Poeltl is working out for the Raptors. I guess since he already had the chemistry, but I don't know. I'm pretty confused. But anyways, that's off topic. Fred VanVleet, he went 4 for 12. He did pull some long bombs, but 4 for 12, shot a little inefficient. 9 assists, which is solid. 4 rebounds. He's honestly kind of like a luxurious version of Reggie Jackson. I mean, Reggie Jackson was some better playmaking, really. I can recall a lot of Clippers fans being mad about not trading for Fred VanVleet. I'm glad we did not trade, you know, an important pick and some young players for Fred VanVleet because, first of all, you know how I am with, being conservative about, trading a long-term piece. Me, I'm only the type who likes to trade rotational pieces and everything. But, but he did alright, I guess. And then Thad Young got 5 minutes. Chris Boucher, I think he's more of the underrated side of the spectrum. Um, you know, he's a solid three point shooter for a power forward, and he brings in athleticism, 6 rebounds. He's like a true power forward. So and so that's definitely something good for the Toronto Raptors. And I don't know if you look at the Raptors roster, you would definitely be very confused on how they've been pretty bad this year. But I don't know. I think it's just one of those really bad down years, kind of like how that one year when Kevin Durant got hurt, and then OKC was pretty bad. But even then, at least Durant was hurt. But this team, I don't know how they are where they're at. Maybe they're trying to tank. Who knows? Precious Chua didn't do much. Gary Trent Jr., he just shot pretty inefficiently. Thank goodness, 2 for 11. Phew. But anyways, this is the second win for the Clippers for the past week. Clippers, please get it rolling. Good news for the Clippers is we advanced to the 6th seed. So if we were to face today, I think we would be facing the Sacramento Kings, or actually no, the Grizzlies. I hope the Los Angeles Clippers face the Grizzlies in the first round. So because supposedly John Moran's getting suspended for 50 games, so that should be an easy breeze for the Los Angeles Clippers. But other teams, um, some people say the Kings, but the Kings for some reason they've been beating us lately, and De'Aaron Fox has been very clutch against us. But I guess there's always a significant chance that they could choke in the playoffs just because how inexperienced they are. But um, I mean, actually, an ideal first round matchup would be the Dallas Mavericks because the Mavericks they just have all offense, and once you play Kawhi and Rocco and Paul George and then Terrence Mann, you just have to suffocate the Mavericks on defense. That's it. The Mavericks defense is non-existent. All you need to do is lock up Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. That's pretty much it because um, the Mavericks they essentially don't really have anybody. Maybe Christian Wood or Jaden Hardy, but that's the only other player. And then I guess Tim Hardaway Jr. he would get lucky occasionally, but again, that's pretty much it. So those are like the two teams who I would want to face in the first round: the Mavs or um the the, the Memphis Grizzlies. But let me know who y'all want to face in the first round. But the last thing we want to do is get into play-in because if we get into play-in, ooh, that is pretty scary. And then you pretty much got a lot of um, pretty solid teams. You got the Pelicans, you got the Lakers are making a push too. I think the Timberwolves as well. So you got to do whatever it takes to get out the damn plane and actually get into at least a 6th seed. But Clippers, just please get a winning streak. Also because we did do a pick swap with the Houston Rockets, so it would be pretty embarrassing if we just freaking I don't know, let the Rockets have a really good pick. So definitely keep the win streak incoming. Like try to get at least the 4th seed, really. But anyways, are y'all optimistic about the Clippers winning streak? Y'all think the Clippers could make a run, or you think are the Clippers gonna hit a ice cold brick wall again? The next game we face is the Knicks. Good news, we don't play them till Saturday, so the Clippers get a lot of rest, and also um, fatigue is also like an issue for the Clippers too. We've been playing a lot of back-to-backs. So when the Clippers get a long rest, I think the Clippers are more prone to success. But anyways, have a good night. Peace.